never been to a Pugs before? Woo! Really? Wow. I figured you're all veterans who tracked us down from Comic-Con. So, well, then I better actually give the whole spiel. All right. My name is Jeff Moyarty. We've been doing this about 6 years now, I think. Started out as a goof in a Pale in the Horror track, and it kind of blossomed from there. We just thought it would be cool to really see who was the ultimate geek smackdown. Who was the ultimate geek in Phoenix. Somebody who could really answer questions in every category, off the spot, either side, and really make it stick. So that's me, and I'm going to introduce my cohorts in crime. Dan, you want to say hi over there?
Hi.
Dustin?
Hello.
Did you want to pimp anything else out here that you've got going on later? Or?
No, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
All right. So the idea is, again, we come up with a bunch of really weird questions. It almost always involves some drinking and a lot of stupidity. We try to find things that are equal parts obscure, but still might make you think, and are going to be entertaining to fight about. And the idea is we're going to do a bracket system. Normally at Comic-Con, we start with 2 nights. We start with 16 teams, whittle it down to 8, and then the next night we go from 8 down to champion. This time we've got 2 people on a team, so it's teams of 2, and we're going to start with 8 and go to the winning team. So the way this is going to happen is we're going to get the teams up here, and one at a time, and they are going to, we're going to give them the topic. They're going to see it, theoretically. Positioning the screen might make that a little difficult. All right, yeah, that's going to be a challenge. They're going to see it at the same time you do, and then I'm going to pick a side. And they're going to debate for a few minutes, and when it's all over, the rest of you are going to decide who won by round of applause. Now the trick is, because really there's a whole lot of BS that's going to be coming here. There's not a right and a wrong answer to any of these. Who sold it better? Who is more convincing? And again, sometimes people don't actually know what these things are, so they're just making it up. So if they make it up convincingly, that completely counts. So the clamoring masses, that's you. Be loud and noisy. And then at the end, we're going to have one victorious awards. I forgot to pluralize the awards here for this evening. So now the winner. We're going to get a pair of passes to FanFest for next year. And in addition to bragging rights, part of the Pugs tradition, I don't even know how this started. Yeah, well, there's been some pretty freaking ridiculous trophies. So what we do is we basically, there's really no way to skin it. We just glue a bunch of shit together. So what we have here is this kind of funk boots Darth Vader riding a pteranodon, wielding a T-Rex as a club. You can walk the exhibitor floor all day long. You will not find another one of these. I can guarantee that. So this is a one-of-a-kind. Leave it on your coffee table. Everyone comes over and go, where the f*** did you get that? All right. And bonus, I managed to not scald myself with the glue gun this year. Yeah, it's amazing what you can glue together. All right.
Adult supervision.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, actually. All right, so we are on Facebook, and we have an email list. So we'll have a sheet up here if you want to get notified when we go live for Comic-Con. We start taking requests or signing people up. Or if you've got a great question idea, let us know. We always have a hard time coming up with these until the alcohol hits. And then while we're doing this, we're like, oh yeah, we should put that one down. So, and then if you are tweeting, you've got, of course, the usual hashtags or putting this on Insta, whatever you want. So, here's a sample question from Comic-Con. get you sort of look at what we're going to do. Who's the sexier Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool or Malcolm Reynolds? All right, round of applause. Who thinks Deadpool's got it? How about Sexy Pants up there? A reminder when we actually do the voting, as we're going along, if you've got opinion on the matter, make it known. Just make sure you give these people a chance to debate and then vote for whoever sold their side the best. All right, so let's begin the multiplayer madness and get the first teams up here. So, first team we have is Divide by Zero. So we've got Holly Solis and Tom Black. All right, you're going to share this mic. So the way this is going to work, you get one mic between you. So hopefully the two of you can kind of complement each other, but no fighting amongst yourselves with the mic. We got to sort that out. Versus Matt and Kristen's Pugslett Adventure. Okay, now the question. Can y'all see the screen at all?
A little bit, yeah. I don't know about that now.
All right, so we may just have to kind of improvise here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. All right, so not break anything. Okay. So, are you ready?
No.
Okay, well that's a problem. All right. You two ready down there?
Yeah.
All right. So, question number one. Which was the scarier sense horror movie? Don't Breathe, where there was a blind person, or Hush, where they were deaf? Okay. Wow, Hush fell over the room in a big old way. All right. We're going to find out who actually saw these movies.
I know what Don't Breathe is, but...
All right. Holly and Tom, you are going to be arguing that Don't Breathe was the scarier movie. And Matt and Kristen, you are going to be arguing over Hush. All right, I'm going to give Holly and Tom, you get the opening comment, they get the retort, then you get the debate, and then we'll close it out.
All right.
Would you like to begin this one, Tom?
Let us know when we can go.
Go.
Go? Okay.
Go.
Well, is there a way that I can see the screen too?
It's Don't Breathe.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's Don't Breathe, but I just want to. All right. So Don't Breathe. What the first thing you hear about that is you lose your breath a little bit, right? When you don't breathe, that is one of the fastest ways to die. I mean, it takes water. You still can get without water for like 3 days. Food like a whole month. You don't breathe for like 3 minutes, you're dead.
I think a little shorter than that, even.
I mean, it depends on your lung capacity. And then if you don't breathe, it's scary.
Just watching someone not be able to breathe, everybody knows that when in a cartoon or in a TV show, if someone's holding their breath underwater, you all hold your breath to see if it's actually possible. Now,
I get scared going under tunnels trying to not
yeah,
breathe.
so if someone dies like that, that's obviously the scarier part.
Why is Hush the scarier sense-based horror movie?
Nailed it. Hush is terrifying because, I mean, we all heard that Hush over the room, right? That as a player makes you terrified because not only do you wonder if the audience is actually going to follow along with your argument on a movie that most of the audience probably didn't watch, but Hush is terrifying. You lose your sense of sound. Anybody ever see Daredevil where he thinks he's deaf for a minute too? And he can't lose all of his senses? You have no idea what's going on. You have to rely only on your eyes. There's so much creeping up behind you. You can't hear footsteps. You can't hear anything. You are literally the victim to whatever anybody wants to do that's behind you. Don't Breathe? I mean, It's about a blind guy that apparently has like super spidey senses, and I mean, spidey senses. But I mean, honestly, don't breathe. Everyone's breathing really hard in that movie.
All right, go ahead and debate.
Okay, well, I mean, if you, yeah, you can't like hear stuff, okay, sure, but you can like turn around and feel someone behind you, that's for sure.
And you
So I
know
don't
what's
think
super
that-
scary? Nothing. And when you can't see, that's nothing. You can't even fathom nothing. That's how scary it is.
I think
Yeah.
the fact that you can't hear your death coming for you is much scarier than not being able to see.
I don't know. I saw some people who couldn't hear today, and they didn't seem too terrified.
That they don't have someone coming down on them to kill them either. I haven't seen that today.
I don't know. I mean, I have terrible hearing. I actually have a reconstructed eardrum. Hasn't bothered me one thing, even in the dark. Not being able to see in the dark has freaking terrified me. I'm 24 with a master's degree, and I have to run from the basement steps when it's dark.
I'll give you that. Not being able to see anything is scary, but what adds to it when you're in the dark? When you're in the dark, you can't see a thing, okay. But then, what do you hear? A bump? Something moving? A knock at the door? That's what terrifies you. Not the fact that you can't see. The fact that there's noise going on and you can't pinpoint where it is. And if you have that no noise, that's even scarier, because now you have no clue what's
I think
going
it's
on.
serene, not being able to hear.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So, Holly and Tuck, you get your final statement. Why is Don't Breathe scarier or?
First of all, the title is terrifying. The fact that it is a horror movie is terrifying. And obviously, I'm just gonna, the simplest way is just not being able to,
It's so scary, I don't even want to watch it.
yeah. No desire. None whatsoever. Scares me just the title. That's it.
All right. Your final retort. Why is Hush scarier?
Hush is just more terrifying for the lack of sound. When you have a lack of sound, you have no idea what at all you can. I mean, you can see, but you can't tell if there's something behind you, there's something going on. Even better, with scary movies, the music makes it. You hear that plucky violin going up and up and up? You can't hear that? That's terrible. That's terrifying.
All right, so big round of applause for these four for the first question. Okay, let's just go ahead and get this out on the table. Have any of you actually seen Don't Breathe?
I have, yes.
Yes!
Even heard of it.
I haven't heard of it either.
What about Hush? You were arguing the one of the two movies you hadn't seen. Awesome. Okay, well done.
Read the comic.
All right, so, however, there's only be one team winner here in what was apparently a 100% bullshit fest. So, is it Team Divide by Zero and Don't Breathe? Or Matt and Kristen's Punchline Adventure and Hush? Congratulations, Divide by Zero. I think you won. All right, next up, can we get Heath and Chrissy get killed? Yay! Everybody loves some good carnage. And Team Fitzshannon. Well, you didn't change the name.
Of course, a horror movie. I knew it was one of the things.
Color outside the lines from.
I tried to. Yeah, I know.
All right, what do you want to do?
Sure, so can just be Shannon Jelly, that guy. I don't know, he follows me around, carries my
Too
stuff.
long. It's going to say Fitzshannon.
All right.
All right, question number 2. I'll reset my timer here. All right. Okay, question number 2. Let's see this. Who was the sneakier squad? Oh my God! Versus the kids from Strange Things. All right. Keith and Chrissy get killed. You're going to be arguing for Stranger Things.
Right.
And Team Fitz Shannon, something, whatever you are on that guy, you're going to be arguing for Goonies.
Never die.
All right. We're going to go ahead and give Heath and Chrissy Get Killed the starting comments and begin.
Well, if you're thinking about being sneaky, there are a few things sneakier than being genetically engineered in a government lab to be able to implode people and open doorways and things with your mind. So 11 is of course very sneaky in that way, but she's also got her squad of backup boys who all have their own skills based on their Dungeons and Dragons campaigning, that they bring lots of sneakiness to the table. They are successfully able to keep a human person in that house without the mom ever noticing for a really long time. In fact, even Nancy is sneaky because she gets Steve in there for a long time too. So there's a lot of sneakiness going on.
All right, so let's give, why are the Goonies the sneakier squad?
The Goonies are far sneakier because some of the examples you gave make no sense whatsoever. I mean, the kids in Stranger Things had an entire town going, what the what? 11 basically blew up a shopping center because she wanted some Eggos. You had government people all over the place. The Goonies, on the other hand, by the time everybody finally gets down to the beach, nobody had a clue what was going on until they see the kids and the pirate ship in the background. That's sneaky because no one in the town saw it coming.
Excellent point. All right. Devin?
Besides, 11 was really silent, but that's because she was basically mute, not because she was trying to hide from someone's bad mom.
Debate does involve letting other people talk. Throwing that out there.
She was sneaky though because she got herself out of one of the most secure government compounds that there possibly could be. Just by using she didn't need to make a sound, she used the power of her mind and persuasion to inspire these boys to help her when the 2/3 of them never even really wanted to. So
Yes.
that was some sneaky.
Yes. Yes. And Josh Brolin can't ride a bike. I'm sorry.
This is not a debate over who.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a debate. I'm talking. Let's talk about Chunk. I think Chunk, let's talk about the villains are sneakier in Goonies because they kept their poor boy Sloth, Sloth hidden for a long time, locked away. So I think they were sneakier than those because they were able to bring Sloth forth and see the light of it. And I believe that when it comes to the Stranger Things kids, they went all about in this.
Will was hiding in the Upside Down for a long time and no one knew he was there, right? So he was very sneaky.
Well, again, bad parenting is what you've got going for you. When you look at
Sloth? I'm sorry.
Look at the Goonies, the Fratellis were bumbling idiots, hilarious bumbling idiots, and that guy who can sing in Italian is fabulous. However, even with all of that bumbling and idiocy, still no one knew what was going on. The Fratellis were sneaky, the kids were sneaky, nobody had a clue what was going on in that town. I maintain that Stranger Things, those who worked for the government facilities didn't do it.
I think the sneakiest person was Barb, though. Can we all agree on that? Barb was sneaky.
It's also, okay, I'll give you some credit. Corey Feldman is still pretty sneaky today.
It's a whole lot easier to sneak out of a government facility when you have special powers. The Goonies didn't have any special abilities. They were just kids without any special things to help them along the way. And look at what they accomplished. Against a crime family. All by themselves. No adults to help them.
All right.
None whatsoever.
Okay. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. So you get your final comments. Why are the Stranger Things kids the sneakier squad?
I believe the Stranger Things kids are the sneakier squad because even when a top facility government agency is coming after them, no one else is recognizing that government agency and they're still able to get away with it. No other parents or no other society outside of those kids are able, no one understands them, they're going to go ahead and ignore them, whereas they can still avoid, what's his name, anyway, yes.
They also, if you think of all the times someone walked in and looking for 11, they were just like, well, guess she's gone.
So bad parenting and ineptitude is what you've got going.
And that's fine.
Again, with the Goonies, they were just kids. They had no adult help whatsoever. And they had very concerned parents looking for them the entire time. And yet, nobody was up on anything until the movie was over. Again, bad parenting, lousy government, sneaky officials. But they weren't even that sneaky. You had vans flipping, stores exploding.
And the Goonies got it done in how many days?
I know, right?
How many days did it take for them to figure it out in Stranger Things?
All right, big round of applause for that. And you all have seen both Goonies and Stranger Things, right? Yes. Okay,
Did you see
good.
my photo op with David Harbour?
Yeah, that's why I gave you the Goonies. All right. So, once I find my pen, by round of applause, who was more persuasive that their respective squad was sneakier? Was it Heath and Chrissy and the Stranger Things kids? This is the universal sign for stop it. Or was it Team Fitz Shannon, something, whatever, and the Goonies? All right, that was okay. We're getting our line judge over here says too close to call. So really put your heart into it. Is it Stranger Things? Thank you. Or was it the Goonies?